Good morning. Happy Monday, February 5th. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, I'm Leslie. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I go by the moniker The Plaid Poodle. I have two poodle mixes. Let's see, 13-year-old Maggie and 16-year-old Soxy. So my mom is with us right now, so they're up there. She likes to give them treats. So she's their favorite person. They're out of the craft room. They're usually down here with me, but they're out this morning. I hope you're all doing well. The sun finally came out again here in Kansas City, so it's a beautiful Monday. I think it's going to be in the upper 50s, which is always very nice this time of year. Hey Kim, good morning. I am going to turn the camera around. We are in February now. Excuse my big arm. And Monday we did ink blending during my Monday mini classes, live streams. And in January we did ink blending techniques. And in February we are going to do interactive cards. I know I mentioned last week I was going to do either fun folds or 3D items, and once I got to playing around and figuring things out, I made an interactive card, and so I thought, I don't know if this is considered an interactive. I do. It's a pop-up card, so it could be considered a fun fold or an interactive card, but that's what we're going to focus on in the month of February. I also wanted to remind you that this is the last month of celebration. For every $50 you order in product, you can receive a free item out of the celebration brochure. And Stampin' Up! Last week added some additional items, which I posted on my Facebook page. But if you go to leslie.stampinup.net, click on the Shop Now button, you can see in the store everything available for your choices, for your free choices. Today we're going to be using, well, before I get started in our project, let me show you. Today is the last day, if you're local to me, to sign up for my card class this week, because I will begin cutting kits and getting everything ready for class tomorrow. So today is the deadline. If you live in the Kansas City area, I host card making classes on the second Thursday of every month. So it'll be this Thursday. I have a 1 o'clock afternoon class and then a 6:30 evening class. So whichever one works for you. And these are the cards we're going to make. These are using all products except for this one. I grabbed a stamp set from the annual catalog for this one, but all the rest we're using products from either the Celebration catalog or the mini catalog. So brand new products from Stampin' Up! So those are the cards we're making, and we would love to have you. Okay, so our card today, let's pull it out here. It's an Easter card, and I thought maybe it's a little too early for Easter, but y'all, Easter is next month. It's the month of March, so it's not too early to start getting your Easter cards done. And this is the card. I'm going to use the little bunny punch, and then when you open the card, you get a little pop-up. So I'm going to show you how to make a pop-up card, and you can use this system or this little pop-up technique with any products you have. I just happen to use the Easter Bunny stamp set. This was very popular last year. In fact, it sold out, and I don't think it became available again until after Easter. So it's grab it now. You can get a coordinating punch, which we're going to use today, that is in the back of the annual catalog. So both of these items are in our annual catalog. The punch will punch out this cute little bunny. So that's what we're using in our project today. And to start out with, I'm going to need to grab my paper trimmer. You are going to need a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock for your card base, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. So I've taken it on the 8.5 inch side, and I've used my paper trimmer to score it right at 4 1/4, and that makes your A2 card base. I'm using Petal Pink. All the products that I'm using in today's card, if you're interested, are in the description, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. If you are on my mailing list, tomorrow you will get this full color step-by-step PDF for the card. So my mailing list VIPs always get the project sheet with the step-by-step, and I even have a diagram for you for our little pop-up mechanism. So make sure you sign up for that. This will go out at 5 in the morning tomorrow. And you can sign up. I think I put a link in the description to sign up for the free Tuesday tutorials. So make sure you do that, and then every week you will get the project sheet for our Monday mini card class. Okay, so we've got our base, and before I decorate the front, I'm going to do the pop-up situation, and then we'll finish off the front. To do this, you can see there's a little platform right there. You're going to need a piece of white or designer series paper or whatever you choose. I chose white. I could have used the Petal Pink as well, but I kind of wanted it to have a little bit of a contrast, and the Petal Pink kind of frames it out a little bit. So to make this mechanism, I'm going to put my instruction sheet out here a little bit just to remind myself, because I did this last week. This is 8 by 5.5. No, 5 1/4. 8 by 5 1/4. And then that will fit, it'll frame out really nice on the inside. Hey Kay, we're making a pop-up card this morning. So what you're going to do is score this 8 by 5 1/4. I'm going to change my instruction sheet. I have to make a correction. I'm glad I caught that. And we are going to score it at 4 inches. So basically right in the middle. That'll fold up with our card base. So there's our score line, and when we fold it in half, then it'll sit right inside our card base, like that. Okay, and then we're going to use our paper trimmer again. And on this fold line, I'm going to cut a 1 inch cut at the 2 3/4 inch line. So I'm going to line my side of my card up at 2 3/4. And then I'm going to need my cutting blade. And on the trimmer, my trimmer, there's a 1 inch here. So I'm just going to cut this down until I hit that 1 inch mark right there. And then I'm going to scooch it over to 4 1/2. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a cut at the 1 inch mark. Now, if you wanted to, you could just put a little dot and then just use your paper snips and just make sure you cut a 1 inch cut. This is going to make our little platform that our pop-up stands up on. Now, if you wanted to make it so that your pop-up comes out in the middle, you would change where your little platform is. I wanted my little bunny to be at the top so it left room for me to write in the inside, but you might want to put something in the middle. You might want to make a landscape card, and it would pop up like this, and then you would glue your situation on this side of the platform instead of this side. And I hope I'm not confusing you with all that information. But to make this type of a card, so it would be a portrait mode card, and to leave space for a greeting or a stamped sentiment or whatever you want to do. That's why I chose the 2 3/4 and the 4.5 inch measurements, so that my mechanism would be up toward the top. Now, in between these two cut marks, I'm going to take my scoring blade. Scoring, it wouldn't really be a blade, would it? And I'm just going to do a score. You could just fold it like that, or use your bone folder or a stylus to make that fold. I'm going to do it again, just kind of make it pretty crisp. And then when you open this up, you're going to pop that little thing up. You're going to pull it to the inside. I hope that made sense. So here it is. You made your 1-inch cuts. There's your score line. You folded it. It's a little flap now. Then when you open it up, pop this up. And then that creates, see that platform right there? So now you can see a little better. If you wanted to move it, you would just adjust where you did your cuts. And that's how easy that is. So I'm going to adhere this to the inside of the card base. You do not want to apply adhesive on this, any of the mechanism. You just want to apply your adhesive on the big panels. And I might go ahead and kind of burnish this a little bit more. And I am using my multi-purpose liquid glue that I've placed in this handy dandy. It's my favorite fine tip glue container. I just like to use the liquid glue on projects like this because it gives me a little wiggle room. I'm lining the folds up, the fold from the insert and the fold from the card base. Normally I would stand up to do this so I could really get over top and look at it, but I think we're doing okay. All right, so we're going to glue that one down, and then we'll glue this one down. Hey Debbie, how are you? Happy Monday. Okay, so that's basically your pop-up card base. So you can use whatever products you have to decorate or embellish however you want. And like I said, I put my little mechanism up top so it left me room if I wanted to stamp a sentiment or write a little note. And then my little bunny is kind of big, so she takes up a little bit of the inside. But that's why I put my platform up top. But as I said before, you can adjust where you have your platform. Let's say you were making a landscape card and you were decorating this way. You might want your platform to be more in the middle, and then you could add your embellishments and elements for the inside that way. And if I have time today, I'm preparing for classes Thursday, but if I have time, I'll make another one doing the landscape and post it over on my Instagram and my Facebook. So I always say that, and then I end up running out of time and don't have time. But I will try. Okay, so to decorate the front, I am using some of the new paper from the I can get rid of these scraps. The new mini catalog. Aren't they cute? They coordinate with the balloon suite. It's called Lighter Than Air, and I'm using this print right here. It's a pool party, but it's all the nice pastels for spring. And like I said, all the products I'm using today are listed in the description, so you can check them out there if you're interested. And then I went ahead and did all the die cutting for us today because I knew this situation would take a minute. I'm using some dies, which are just optional. These are our stitch rectangle dies. It just adds a little bit of interest to, you can see the stitching on this piece of Pool Party. And then I also stitched out a piece of the Coordinating Designer Series paper. And then for the sentiment, I stitched out using those stitched rectangles. But if you don't have any dies like that, you can just cut rectangles. I'll tell you the measurements of the rectangles. This first one measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I'm gluing it over towards the left-hand side, so I'm making a, so my bunny is kind of peeking out over here on the edge. Again, I'm using the liquid glue because it gives me a little wiggle room if I want to move it. I think that looks pretty good. And then I chose this pattern for the next one. That's the opposite. That's really pretty, little scallop. They look like little daisies on here. They're real cute. So I'm going to put this right on the center of that. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what size this one is. This one is 4 1/2 by 3. I did not use the stitch rectangles on this one because I wanted it to fit tight in there. Okay, and then the next one I'm going to add is this little base right here, and I did kind of the petal pink scalloped print. And this rectangle measures 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to put it over here, kind of peeking off the edge of the first 2 layers. And then for the little bunny, I didn't stamp this bunny, but the stamp set does have a bunny if you wanted to stamp it and color it or just stamp it. But I thought this was cute, just the plain Jane bunny, because we're going to color the one on the inside. I'm going to show you a little ink blending that we did in January. We're going to do a little ink blending on that one. And this little guy, I am going to put up with some dimensionals, but I think what I'll do first is stamp my sentiment and make sure that it'll fit on there well before I add my bunny. So I'm going to use some Memento black ink. Okay. And the Happy Easter from the stamp set. I keep losing the stamp set. There's the Happy Easter. I like the font on that. And then we'll die cut it out. With, I believe I used this one, this long skinny one. It barely fit, but it worked. So I'm going to take some low-tack tape so it doesn't shift on me in the die cutting machine. And we'll grab this. And I'm sorry, I didn't get my plates out of the drawer here, so we're going to have an earthquake. I've got my camera stand over here on a little Walmart drawer, you know, those little plastic drawer things to maybe help with the shaking. Okay. So that. And I did not pop the sentiment up. I just glued it down. That's kind of cute. Just that could be the card by itself. I think it's kind of cute. Okay, and then I popped the little bunny up facing the, you know, it can go this way or this way. We're going to have our bunny facing out this way. And I'm going to pop that up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So cute. Okay, and then I'm using this, I'm not sure what color this is. This is the Baker's Twine 3 color pack. Let's look, because I'm curious. It's on page 33. And it does coordinate with the Lighter Than Air, which is the paper we're using. And these colors are Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lolly, and Balmy Blue. So I am using this is Flirty Flamingo, but it coordinates well with the Petal Pink. Just going to do a quick little bow here. I hate it when the Baker's Twine twists like that. I'm sure it's the bow maker that's making it twist, but there we go. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, and I'm going to cut. And then I could either use a mini glue dot to put this on, but I'm going to just put a little drip of the multi-purpose liquid glue. And then look for the flattest side, which is this side. I'm going to hold that on there a minute. We'll set that aside to dry while we add our little insert. So for the insert, I'm taking another piece of Petal Pink, and it is 3 by 2 1/4, and then a piece of Basic White, which is 2 3/4 by 2. And so that'll frame that out really cute. And then I'm going to stamp the little bunny image with the Tuxedo Black Memento. I'm going to grab my when I use photopolymer stamps, I like to use my paper piercing mat. I don't know if it's necessary or not, but sometimes it is. Okay. And then to color that little fella in, I'm going to use some ink blending. I'm going to grab a small blending brush and use some of this Petal Pink ink. I'm going to just put it over here on my glass mat. And just, I'm not even trying to get it stay in the lines or anything. I'm just adding a little color to this little guy. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do, just to add a little color. I don't have to be real careful with it. It just, it's like the bunny sitting in a cloud of petal pink. I'm going to add a little bit more to the outer edges here. Okay, that's good. All right, and this is our glass mat. If you're new here and haven't been around, right now you can get this glass mat for free, along with the, whatever this is called, and the silicone mat for free when you join Stampin' Up. So if you're interested in that, be sure and let me know. That offer goes away at the end of this month. And as far as I know, they haven't run out of the glass mats. So I know there's some demonstrators on here. Let me know if that is still the case. I would think they would maybe, back order that item if they did run out. It's been kind of popular. I've enjoyed using it, so I didn't know if I'd like it or not, but I do like it. Okay, there's my little guy, and I'm going to stick him up here on that platform that we created. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive there. Now see, if you were making a landscape card, you would adhere him to this little side of the platform, and it would open like that. But since we're doing a portrait mode, I'm going to just close the card. And there we go. So when your recipient gets the card, they just open it up, and that's a nice surprise. Isn't that fun? And you can use that technique on anything. You know, I made the Easter card using the Easter Bunny stamp set, but you can use whatever you have. Just, make your platform. Oh, I finally, at the end, I added a little, some little flowers. Almost forgot that. These are the advanced back, adhesive backed hearts and flowers. These are in the new mini catalog too. And this, I'm out of pink ones here. Let's open this package. Yes, Kay, it's very easy once you know the secret. So I'm just going to add these. We've been using these a lot in my classes. They're so fun. And I'm just going to use 2 little ones and 1 big one on this one. So there's those. And then I also added a little pool party heart to, we have different sizes of hearts. I'm going to add the bigger heart. And the little bunny is holding a little heart. I thought that was cute. Okay, that's the card. So I don't know, would you vote if you're on here? Would you call this a fun fold or an interactive card. I wasn't sure if it was considered, it could be considered either, probably. But that's what I'm going to be doing in the month of February. Every Monday, I'll be doing either a fun fold or an interactive. Okay, Debbie calls it an interactive. Good. I thought it was interactive. So that's going to be kind of the theme in February. Every Monday, I'll come on here and demonstrate a O&K votes fun fold. So we don't know. It could be either. So I will be demonstrating either interactive or fun fold cards during the month of February. So thank you, ladies, for joining me. I hope you have a great week. Happy Monday. And like I said, if you are in the Kansas City area, today is the last day to sign up for Thursday's card classes. These are the cards we're making. It'll be a Valentine party, but our cards are not Valentine's because we kind of did that last month. So we'll be making these cards Thursday, but today's the last day, so I can get everything cut and ready, and your kit's waiting for you on Thursday. So make sure you sign up for that. Just go to theplaidpoodle.com, and there's a tab under classes and events, and you can sign up and reserve a spot for yourself. We'd love to have you. Okay, you guys, thanks again. We will talk to you soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.